Ready for the briefing? Good. Now then, here's the long and short of it. Big pardons for interrupting me on, but our heroes ever more pressing have not stepped forward. And good evening to you, fellow lord. Your need must be pressing. Your need must be pressing indeed for you to honor us with a visit. Good news is your journey hasn't been wasted. I'm pleased to report that we have a volunteer at last, and one who comes highly recommended at that. My thanks for answering the call, friend. My name is Lidwin, and I lead the men and women of the Gods Quiver. Now, time is of the essence, so I shall proceed directly to the heart of the matter. We wish for you to nip a potential threat to Gridania in the bud. Beneath the central shroud, there lies an underground burial site called the Temptara Deep Croft. The place was once a Gilmoran settlement, but we Gridanians have no longer interred our dead there. Of late, however, shadowy figures have been seen skulking about the Deep Croft, and with ever-increasing regularity. Based on the accounts of various witnesses, we suspect that these individuals belong to the lands of Dalamud, a doomsday cult which sprung up prior to the calamity. These zealots have proven themselves dangerous in the past, and we leave them to. And if we leave them to their own devices, and we leave them to. Apologies, everyone. Don't mind me. I'm just getting upset at myself for messing up lines. If we leave them to their own devices at our own peril. Ordinarily, I would have dispatched my best men to scour the Deep Croft, with orders to flush the cultists out. Alas, the calamity decimated our ranks, and the limited forces at my disposal are currently required to keep the Ixola at bay. The Burmen have grown restless of late, and I fear a storm may be brewing. In anticipation of this, I have been compelled to spread our forces throughout the 12-Sword, lest we be taken unaware. The situation so being, we must turn to others to deal with the lands of Dalmud. Can we rely on you to undertake this task, friend? You got it. You have my gratitude. Once you've seen through your preparations, pray make your way to the Deep Croft, and identify yourself to the guard posted at the entrance. He will appraise you of the latest development. That is all. Be careful out there, you hear? May the crystal guide you and keep you. Alright. We got quite the ways to go. And perhaps this is time to use the Chocobo Keep? Let's see here. Rent a Chocobo. Let's see here. Learn about Chocobo rentals. One sec, what am I doing? What am I doing? Brain work. May I interest you in the Chocobo Porter? Yes. Yes, yes, you can. Yeah, there we go. Bent Branch Meadows. We pay 5 gil. And yep, I'm gonna just let you listen to the songs for a moment, because we're probably not gonna hear it again. gonna just say it. It's good. 13 still has my favorite Chocobo theme, though. It's not even close, honestly. I absolutely adore Chocobo's of Pulse to a probably very bad amount, to be completely honest. So, grab this here. And now, our destination, we'll be doing these quests later on, don't worry. But our destination is down this way. We sadly cannot take a Chocobo Porter there. And we don't have any reason to really go walking around looking for enemies this time. So, I guess I should mention, as I think I did mention this a few episodes, or like one episode or two ago. I started in Gridania. And this is still where, on my main character, I have my home set. Even all this time later. Even though it really inconveniences me. Even though I know it's a very bad idea. I love Gridania. It's got a very home-y feeling to it, I guess, if that makes sense. Yeah, it's fun. It's very fun. It kind of reminds me of where I grew up. I was raised in Vermont. I'm no longer in Vermont, but that was where I was born and raised. And being among the trees is kind of life to me. What most of my life was up to this point. Now, I may not be able to, but I'm going to see if I can do this as rogue. Let's see if it's possible. You're Lusaminia Chitana, I take it? Thanks for helping us out, friend. No doubt, the Bow Lord has already informed you, but your task is to enter the Deep Cross and purge it of the lands of Dalamud. In case you're unfamiliar with them, the cult emerged shortly before the calamity. He put an end to the 6th astral area. The cultists took the Lesser Moon, Dalamud, for their god, believing that it would deliver them from the devastation. And so they were rather disappointed when Dalamud exploded into 1,000 flaming pieces before it could complete its descent. Now, having seen their god turn to ash, one would think that the cultists might feel moved to question their faith. On the contrary, it served only to stoke the flames of their fanaticism. The lands of Dalamud are convinced that heretics, that is to say, everyone but them, interfered with the coming of their Lord and Savior, and that is now their sacred duty to avenge him. Whatever it is that they're doing in the Decroft, you may be sure that no good will come from it. For the sake of Gridania, and Eorzea at large, put an end to their madness. Kantara Decroft is accessible. Well, no, that's not what there we go. Took a moment, but we got there. Now, we could do this with players, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to do one with players anyways in a bit, so with NPCs. We can indeed do this. Actually, I should just make sure real quick. Is everything up to par? Now it is. Alright. Let's head in. Welcome to Tamtara. Second dungeon? Shouldn't be all that more difficult, though. Trust me. We can't use every ability at our disposal, as our level is synced to level 8, but I have a good feeling about this. Also, since I never got the chance to actually use it, I think last time, we got Throw Dagger now. We can now strike from a distance if need be, and as you can imagine, that is a might bit help in some situations. Anyways, we gotta how to take down these cultists, and that starts there. We got some firefly swarms here that seem like they want to take us out. And since I had the chance, let's use Leg Sweep. I don't know if you can really notice me doing it right there, but yeah. We stunned the enemy, kept them from attacking for a little bit. There are better uses for a stun. Typically, if an enemy is about to do a big attack, they're a normal enemy, you might be able to stun them. Or if you're like me and a white mage and a bit higher level than we currently are, you kind of just spam stun over and over again. Doesn't matter if you are really doing any good with it or not, that's kind of just how we white mages roll. We white mages have two modes. Holy Spam and Blood for the Blood God. There is no such thing as healing in our vocabulary. Call that a good thing or a bad thing. Take out you, and bam, bam, bam. Once again, I'm gonna take a peek for any sort of changes that might have occurred within this dungeon here. So far, nothing has changed. At least nothing that I can notice. That area off to the side has always been there, and I think that's already on our map. Right? Oh, I can't look because I'm targeting an enemy. Okay, 1 second then. Also, typically it's a good idea to target that which the tank is, but I'm not being smart, so, yeah. That's what we call a major bird brain maneuver right there. Bam. 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 Yep, we're just taking out enemies here. And they're taking out that one guy there about as quickly as it is taking me to take out this one. So, if anything, I think we're saving time by me doing this. Who knows if I'm right, who knows if I'm wrong. Bump. Bump. Alright, onwards. We move down here, and we got our first boss. It isn't so much bosses in this case for this chapter. Our goal is to destroy the orbs linking to that giant dark thing there. We don't know what it is, but yeah. We want to destroy those orbs. So we needed to take out those first defending them. And there is the big bad. A soul cutter. We're going to be fighting a few of these in this dungeon. And before we have a chance to actually take out the orbs in question. So. Bam. I don't think that we have commands yet for what am I thinking? Like, I don't think I have to be on certain sides of the enemy just yet for any of this, so yeah. For any of the extra attack or for attack buffs or anything like that. I'm trying to speak, I swear. I'm not doing a good job at it, but I'm trying. Also, we got something there. Is it something that we can equip? No, it is not. That is fine. We did what we had to do. That's one of the 4 orbs destroyed. And we can see another one right there. Sadly, our way to it is a bit on the long side. We're gonna have to go through that opening right there. Bam. Bam. And you're going for the might link. Okay. Strike. Strike. Also, one good thing to know when doing things with NPCs, with a few exceptions, they're typically pretty good at doing mechanics. So if there are any mechanics that who don't exactly know, look at what they're doing and follow suit. Okay, okay. You are fighting the beasts. Or not beasts. Flesh flies. Pardon me. Also, I didn't even really take note of it, but we are level 21 now. Yay, yay. Bam, bam. Bam, bam. Bam, bam. That last bam bam was a bit delayed, but we got it. Also, it seems that this guy right over here wants to take part. You want to fight? Well, let's fight then, bro. Come on, bring it. I ain't afraid. Also, it is. There are chests and stuff, but I don't think there's anything too of note in those chests, so it's... I'm going to just move on. There is a chest right there, so I guess this is the chance to go ahead and see what lies within the chest. In later expansion, I believe it's only potions and gil and stuff. In later expansion, they would put gear inside these chests that are not bots related, but yeah. Bam, bam. Bam, bam, bam. There we go. Okay. Let's hear. Am I right? Oh! That is something. And it's something I can equip at that. Bow Striker to Bard. Oh, I'm gonna have to save this for Glamours. I'll explain Glamours later. But I am saving it for that. Anyways. Time to face more of you. As in, literally one more enemy. Yeah. Not much of a difficulty spike, but... whatever. I guess this is what happens when you're trying to do something different with these, or I guess the best way to put it is they're trying to figure out what works and what doesn't for dungeons. In this case, you're gonna find later on that a lot of dungeons are a lot more linear and don't have these sort of puzzle elements in their design that these earlier dungeons do. Like, there are still puzzle elements in boss mechanics and whatnot. I mean, in outside of that. You'll understand what I mean when we get to, I guess to put it simply, post ARR. Because they're going forward, dungeons are a lot more straightforward. Again, you'll understand what I mean later. Also, I really like how the tabard looks. Holy crap. I want more of this. Bow Striker mitts. Well, I asked for more of it, and I got more of it. Let's see here. Looks pretty dandy. Yeah, typically dungeons and other for such things have some pretty good looking equipment pieces in them, so highly recommend. Highly highly recommend. Bam, bam. For those who do know what glamour is, don't forget to look at some of these dungeon pieces here, because yes, raids and trials may have some cool pieces or weapons, but hey, there can also be some cool stuff from here as well. Some things that you might not even know fits. Also, I am on the wrong side here. So what? There we go. I really am just kind of like not exactly trash talking my way through this dungeon, but there isn't a whole lot to talk about in terms of mechanics or like things going on right now. I've explained how this dungeon works. I'm just going through it and I'm having some fun. If anyone has, say, topics or fun facts that they would maybe like for me to bring up during some of these dungeon ones, I'd be more than willing to when not doing the boss fights, because yeah, we're gonna have some time to do such things when I'm running on my way, I guess is the best way to put it. Bam. 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 I'm having a lot of fun making various different sounds of various different kinds. It's been fun. Okay. So, our objective is over in that direction. I do not think we need to head into that little area there, though if I need to, I most certainly will. I'm gonna just let you know, if you want to get the achievements for exploration in these earlier dungeons, you're going to need to do it with NPCs or wait until you're high enough level to do them unsynced. Unsynced basically just means your levels aren't lowered down so that other players have a easy so that it's basically not a cakewalk. It's both a good and bad thing. Okay, yeah, I don't need to go in there. Also, yeah, I mentioned the yards and feeders. Heard some time ago that we'd be seeing a lot of them in Gridania, and now you see what I mean. They're literally in one of the dungeons as one of the main enemies of it. I do not like these things. They're like terrifying daddy long legs. And daddy long legs are already a bit terrifying, and the fact that, like, his leg could literally fall off and the leg would be like... You get what I mean? I don't know, I don't know if I'm explaining it well. Okay, so... there are orbs right there, but there seems to be something in the way. I'm sure we simply just have to tap on it to head through, but yeah, they're trying to hold us out. They seem to know at this point that we're coming and are putting up defenses to keep us from getting too close. Fair enough. Whether you be good or bad, you want to have safety precautions. Let's see here. An impenetrable barrier prevent hence further progress. Well, if we can't go that way, then let's go this way. And there is another orb right there called the Culture's Rosary. Hopefully that is what we're looking for. I'm gonna use Bloodbath here kind of just to show it off. I deal damage, and yep, as you can see, I'm getting HP back for every strike I do. Not a lot, but hey. you take every bit you get, especially when you get onto some of the harder fights later on. Such as the extreme or team trials or savage raids. I do mean to showcase them and how they actually function. Whether or not that goes well, or if I'm really able to do it without having to, use my other character, or just having to explain some of the unique mechanics to it from outside. I'll figure that out when I get there. We got a lot of time before we hit that point, and trust me, we won't be reaching it anytime soon. Interact, and let's go. Let's focus on these gravediggers first, these little impy guys, since they're the ones that are in more commodity. I guess that's the best way to put it. And bam. Alright. And now for you. Only one of you remains, and then let's see here. Yep. There's the soul cutter. Or soul counter? Yeah, it's soul counter, not soul cutter. I just realized that now. Huh. Imagine that your entire existence is counting souls. I would feel sad, but then again, I live in America. Everyone here has a dead-end job and is miserable. Yep. We live in the life here. I'm trying to actually do a job that I think would be fun via all this stuff, but who knows if that's going to be possible. And we got another new ability. Faith. Let's take a look at that real quickly since we can actually use it. Lowers target's physical damage dealt by 10% and magic damage dealt by 5%. It's on a specific target, so obviously that's better use if an enemy is a particularly scary note. Who summons me for the void to reside with this cruel vessel? It seems we have summoned Cthulhu. One sec, what do you say? What do you say here? You seem surprised. Did you now cross our gates in search of blood? Come hither, children of the dawn. The undying master will drink deep tonight. Okay. I do not think we will. Let me just make sure real quickly. Okay, nothing there. Let's go. Bam. This is, how is that said? Galvet the Dominator, the final boss of Tantara Deep Cross. Not of the game. It would be kind of sad if this was the final boss. There was literally no build-up. After we're getting him down to a certain point, he will put up a shield around himself, and we're going to need to go ahead and take out the gravedigger or imp that is connected to it. Once that's done, head back to him and strike him down. Just keep an eye out for when he does it again. There it is. This same place as last time, but this time he's also summoning skeletons. Thankfully, not too big of a deal. That's taken care of. Also, might should probably take care of some of these guys as well. Bam. Also, kind of just to show off Faith a bit. There it is. That's the debuff's off. Get out of the circle. And this is a perfect time to kind of just show off throwing daggers and where it could be useful. other than a small sort of starting attack on enemies. Alright. We got 2 this time. Take out this one here first. And this one here second. There we go. Bam. Bam. Take care of these guys here so that our tank is not having as much damage dealt to him. And now that that's done, let's focus out on Gallivant. You're not dominating anyone tonight, sir. This ain't a children's friendly channel, but I'm also not into that shit. Also, you aren't hot to me. I'm not into weird squid monsters. There we are. Another job done. Another mark killed. Let's see what's in here. Oh, we already have a pair of plundered knives. Whoa. I'd say that works out. You can't exactly see it that well. But yeah, we got special knives now from this dungeon. I don't know if I'm gonna show off all the different sort of dungeon equipment that you can get from them, but yeah. Keep in mind that there are things of note to get here. If you are looking for, say, certain glamours or something that could fit your glamour or otherwise, because yeah, it might be a low-level dungeon, but hey, even low-level dungeons can have snazzy looking and stuff. Alright, now that that is done, let's head back to Mione. Hello, Mommy. Hello, Mione. Welcome back, Lusaminia. I'm reliably informed that your foray into the D-Cross was a success. Nor did I expect anything less. Batteron's ringings endorsements left me in little doubt as to your capabilities. Even so, you are to be commended. Bull Lord Lewin asked me to pass on his thanks. I must say, it's something of a relief to be able to call upon such a capable adventurer. Sadly, death has become an ever more common occurrence within our fraternity of late. Times being what they are, the guild is constantly inundated with petitions, and we are hard pressed to find enough hands to deal with them all. But this means no shortage of work for our able souls such as yourself. It also provides ample opportunity for the unexperienced to overreach themselves, with predictable consequences. As if to illustrate the point. Envir's gone, and it's all your fault. If it hadn't taken you an age to heal him, he would still be alive. But I tried. He bolted out of range before I could finish the spell. I shouldn't have been so hard pressed in the first place. We should have done more to lighten his burden. Bah! To the hells with this pathetic excuse for a party. I'm leaving. It'd be too soon if I never see your faces again. Goodbye and good riddance. I'm leaving as well. I doubt this comes as any surprise, but I never liked you. He suffered you for your healing, but you couldn't even do that one thing right. Cruel though his may sound, your broth is upon yourself. Oh, by what? Here's some parting advice. Get rid of Envir's head. Bury it. Cremate it. Do whatever the hell you like with it. But for God's sake, stop carrying it around. It's just get rid of it, alright? Wait, don't leave me alone, please. I'm sorry, Avir. Please forgive me. Seems like this had become all too common. This make a dozen times in a half as many days. Now you see why I'm grateful for adventures of your experience. I can send a woman like you on a mission without worrying that you might not return. Well, not so much at any rate. Speaking of missions, I would entrust you with another. About a bell ago, I received a message from my counterpart in Ul'dah. She seeks the services of a reliable adventurer. You're nothing if not reliable. If you think you might be interested in this task, say the word, and I'll be glad to share the details with you. I accidentally unplugged my headset. Whoops! Yeah, I should have seen that coming, but, there we go. That's him plugged back in. Quest complete. Now that that's done, I want to take a moment to talk about how I'm going to be dealing with these here. So, we are in another city, and with it, it's a bunch of quests that are meant for levels far lower than ours. I don't think this is one of them, right? Yeah. Let me find one that is a good example. But, put simply, Gridania, along with Ul'dah, is also a starting city that you could possibly end up in. As such, there are a lot of quests that are around level 1 to 4, like this one right here. I'm going to be doing these in my off time, simply put. I do plan on doing all of them, but I don't think they're as important as, say, the ones outside the city, or the ones that are actually our level or have some bigger importance to them. What is of importance, though, is the fact that we haven't gotten any the other Aethernets in the city. And well, it just so happens that I have a certain guild I want to visit. A guild that I started my Final Fantasy XIV adventures in over 2 to 3 years ago at this point. It's over here. This is the Archers Guild.